Imagine you have a wedding in 2 weeks. Everything is ready, the guests are waiting, but suddenly you find out something that makes it impossible to get married.
I just caught my fiancé hiding an affair in our family, and now I don't know how to live my life.
My name is John. I'm 34. My fiancée Sarah and I have been together for 6 years, a year into our engagement. The wedding was supposed to be in 2 weeks.
We were home in the evening. Sarah was cooking dinner. I went out into the yard to work on a project. I'm building a gazebo with a fire pit. But when I returned for water, I heard a conversation that ruined everything. Sarah was on speakerphone with my brother-in-law, Marty. He was looking for his wife, Evelyn. And Sarah calmly said to him, "She just laughed. She'll be on in half an hour." But the problem is, Evelyn wasn't there. I knew it right away. And at that moment, I felt really bad. I asked Sarah, "What was that?" She said, "Marty's looking for Evie." Then she started texting someone. I knew she was lying. My heart sank. Why was she lying to her sister's husband? Who was she texting? How could she be sure Evelyn would answer when Marty said she wasn't picking up her phone? All night, I was going over different explanations in my head, but around 1 a.m., I couldn't take it anymore and checked her phone.
There, I found what I was most afraid of: hundreds of messages. It turned out that Evelyn had been cheating on her husband with a colleague for 6 months, and Sarah had been helping her cover her tracks all this time.
I sat and scrolled through their correspondence, discussions of meetings, intimate details, mockery of the husband. And my fiancé in on all this. I wanted to scream, but I just took screenshots and went into the office.
And now I know for sure I can't marry her. Never. But the wedding's in 2 weeks. The money is spent, the family will be shocked, and I'm in hell.
In the morning, I told my brother everything. He supported me and said, "You work with scammers every day. You deserve to have someone honest at home." I already postponed our honeymoon. Now I'll just go to my brother and his kids, and there will be no wedding.
Then I met with Marty. He already suspected cheating, but he could not prove it. I showed him the correspondence. We talked for a long time. It was a difficult conversation.
Now I'm canceling everything that can be canceled. We have separate finances, so we'll figure it out. I just want to close this story.
I don't hate Sarah, but after this, I can't commit to her. And would you be able to marry a man who so easily covers up lies and betrayal?
It's about 8:30 in the evening. I'm writing this at my friend Mark's.
We used to work together. He's like me, a private investigator.
To put it briefly, my job is to investigate compensation fraud. It's usually boring, but today my skills really came in handy.
Martin, my brother-in-law, came to me for help. His wife, Evelyn, is cheating on him.
We only had one name, Jake. No last name, no photo.
We started with LinkedIn. We scrolled through it, searched for it, and nothing. It's like he doesn't even exist. Weird, huh?
Martin said Evelyn was supposedly going on a hen night with her friends tonight.
But he was sure it was all a cover, so he decided to check it out.
We took the daughter to his parents. I waited in the car while he talked to them. After that, we drove to the office where Evelyn works. We found her car. I gave Martin a voice recorder and a GPS tracker. Martin opened the car with the spare key. He carefully hid them in the car. We returned to the car and waited.
About 20 minutes later, my friend Mark joined us. He got into the car.
We explained the plan to him. He was supposed to be a cover and eyes inside the bar.
The three of us were sitting in the car, going over our options. What if she went to the hotel? What if she noticed we were being followed?
An hour later, Evelyn came out of the building. Not alone.
There were two friends next to her and a tall blonde guy. They were holding hands.
I snapped a few photos without getting out of the car, and then we followed.
The group stopped at a bar and grill. That's where the fun began.
We sent Mark inside first. None of them knew him.
A couple of minutes later, he sent a photo. Evelyn and this guy kissing, right in front of his colleagues.
And her friends look at this calmly and even laugh. They knew everything and covered for her.
But Martin wasn't satisfied. He wanted a name. I decided to take a risk and go in myself.
I walked into the bar and pretended to run into them by accident. Evelyn almost choked when she saw me.
She quickly introduced me as her sister's fiancé. Everyone smiles and congratulates me. I shake the blonde's hand and tell him my full name, so that he can introduce himself in return. Then I say that I'm meeting a colleague here, wave to Mark, and apologize, leaving to join him.
He told me his name, and it wasn't Jake, but later we found his social networks.
And it turned out Jake is his middle name. He is 26. He is married. He has a little daughter.
I watch Evelyn and Jake spending time in the bar. Mark is sitting at the table like an Albie. I decide that I need to push them to leave.
I text Martin to text Evelyn that he will be spending the night with his parents and daughter.
A few minutes later, Evelyn takes out her phone, shows the message to Jake, and they are about to leave.
15 minutes later, Jake drives up to her house. We see how Evelyn herself lets him inside.
This is where my mission ended. I told Martin, "It's up to you from here."
He took the bugs from her car and went to his parents. The last thing he wrote was, "It's over." And now it's my turn. I have to talk to Sarah. And yes, there will be no more wedding.